About a month ago, I reviewed the Honor 8 by Huawei, a $400 flagship level device that Huawei released here in the United States, and I thought it was very good. There were very few compromises, but a lot of you viewers were telling me about another phone that I should review. It's the ZTE Axon 7, and I thought I'd give it a whirl. I've been using it for the past couple of weeks, and here is my review. Hi, my name's Andrew from AMDtech, and this is my review of the ZTE Axon 7. Can $400 get you flagship phone premium specs? Is it a buy or a don't buy? Let's find out. It used to be that $400 would only get you mid-level specs and a lot of compromises in a smartphone. That's not the case anymore. With the likes of OnePlus 3 and the Axon 7s of this world, that's a thing of the past. Let's find out if the Axon 7 is a buy or don't buy. What you get under the hood is a Snapdragon 820 CPU, Adreno 530 GPU, 4 GB of RAM, and 64 GB of onboard storage. And it comes in at the price of about $400 or maybe even less. You could check Amazon as the prices are always fluctuating, and right now I think it's at $379. The Axon 7 weighs 6.17 ounces, is only 0.31 inches thick. It's thin and light, but it also feels a bit substantial. It's not very heavy, but it does feel pretty solid in the hand. Nice job, ZTE, on the design. Now it does feel nice in the hand, and the 5.5-inch display I think is the best compromise in terms of screen real estate and usability. Anything above that I think gets unwieldy and cannot be used one-handed. Even the packaging looks very premium. One look at it and you say to yourself, this cannot be a $400 device. It's got to be more expensive. It's a very classy looking package. Opening the box, you're greeted by the Axon 7 itself, and you get a set of headphones, which actually are very good. Something a little bit unusual, as the bundled headphones are usually not that good. You get your quick charging adapter, as you see there. We'll talk more about that later. And you get your USB Type C to charge the device. You also get some documentation, as you see here, and you get a screen protector. Nice touch to include that in the package. And you get a SIM ejection tool with a keychain on it, so you can keep it wherever you need it to SIM eject. And you also get an adapter from USB Type A to Type C. Nice touch. And they even give you a clear polyurethane case. Not a bad touch, ZTE, to throw it in the package. All for $400 or less. Very good overall packaging from ZTE. I am very impressed for what you get. Now, as far as ports are concerned, here you see your microphone and you have your USB Type-C where you'll charge your device on this unit. And on the other side, you get your 3.5mm headphone jack, something that is missing in the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. And you get another microphone on the top of the device. Moving to the side, you get your power button, as you see here, and you have your volume rocker up and down, as you see there. Moving to the other side, you have your dual SIM tray that houses a Nano-SIM and a microSIM. But you could also swap out the microSIM for a microSD card slot for storage expansion. That's a choice you'll have to make. Moving along the front, you find an 8-megapixel camera. It's f2.2 and 1080p. Moving along the back, you'll find the 20-megapixel camera with an f1.8, and it has optical image stabilization. And there is a dual LED, dual tone flash. We'll talk more about the cameras later in this video. And you have your fingerprint sensor located on the back of the device, a place where I prefer to have your fingerprint reader. Nice job. And one of the stars of the show has to be its 5.5-inch AMOLED display with a resolution of 1440 by 2560. That's 538 pixels per inch, and it does get somewhat bright at 319 nits, although I wish it was a little bit brighter, and color accuracy was good at 187% sRGB. And because it uses an AMOLED display, you're going to get the inky blacks and the punchy, vibrant colors, but not quite as vibrant as, say, a Samsung S7 Edge, or may it rest in peace, the Galaxy Note 7. But really, this is a very beautiful display, and it has minimal bezels as it's covered in Gorilla Glass 4 with edge-to-edge design. I really do like it. It's one of my favorite displays, especially when you're getting it at $400. The Axon 7 runs Android Marshmallow 6.0.1, and it has a skin called MiFavor UI. It's not too bad, but I do prefer the Pixel launcher that I did install side-loaded on this device, and it does work very well. But as you see here, this is the MIUI 4.0, and again, it's not so bad. It could use some refinement in the long run, but overall, it's not too bad. I've seen worse than this. I was very impressed with the Axon 7's performance. On the Geekbench 4.0 test, it did a 3909 on the multi-core score. Very good indeed. It did well on the Antutu benchmark. As you see here, it did 147,000 plus, and it did a 29,686 on the Ice Storm test that we performed. As far as gaming is concerned, this will do fine. I would say overall, this is a very well-performing device. Perhaps the biggest star of the show is its two front-facing speakers that are simply outstanding. Let's take a look and a listen at our latest video to test them out.
Every so often, a laptop maker will come around, try to stir things up, try to shake up a very stale and boring environment. That's exactly what Razer's trying to do in the ultra-portable category. Hi, my name's Andrew, and this is the review of Razer's new Razer Blade Stealth. It's a Kaby Lake processor, 12.5-inch QHD powerhouse. Let's find out if it has what it takes to compete in the ultra-portable arena. Let's find out if it's a buy or a don't buy. Every so often, a company tries to shake things up in a stale industry or in a stale space.
The Axon 7 has some of the best sounding speakers that I've seen to date, and I love those front-facing speakers as opposed to, say, something that the iPhone 7 Plus has. It really puts it to shame. Good job, ZTE, on the speakers. As far as the cameras are concerned, what you get on the front is an 8 megapixel f2.2 1080p, and it worked pretty well, although in low light situations it wasn't great. On the back, you get a 20 megapixel shooter with f1.8, and it does have optical image stabilization. And as you can see here, the pictures came out pretty good. As far as video is concerned, you can record in 4K, and as you can see here, I did 4K 30 frames per second, and what I was really impressed is in the optical image stabilization implementation. As you see here, my hand was shaking, but you really can't tell from this video. I was very impressed with the OIS on the rear 20 megapixel shooter. As far as battery life is concerned, the Axon 7 did very well. So here's the deal on the battery life. As far as screen on time, I was able to get 5 hours and 12 minutes under heavy usage, a very impressive figure indeed. As video streaming on LTE, I was able to do 6 hours and 2 minutes. Again, pretty good indeed, especially when you're streaming on LTE. It does support Quick Charge 3.0, where you can charge to 87% in 30 minutes. Unfortunately, there's no wireless charging due to its all-metal exterior. Is the Axon 7 a buy or a don't buy? I'm going to have to say this is one definite buy. I love its QHD touch display. I love its elegant design. Love its great performance. The best sounding front-facing speakers on any smartphone out there right now. Great battery life, 64 gigabytes with expandable storage via the microSD card slot, and it comes in at $399. You can get it for even less. But there's very few things I don't like about it. But if there is something I would like to nitpick on, it would be weak low light performance on the camera, and software needs some refinement. But other than that, this is one definite buy. This is one great smartphone that I think you should definitely consider for its great speakers, great build quality, and great performance. A winning combination on all fronts. And that's why I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. This is one excellent buy. So what do you think about the ZTE Axon 7? $400, some of the best front-facing speakers I've ever seen on any device, and that's saying a lot. I really do love this smartphone. There's really very few, if any, compromises. You get your QHD touch display at 5.5, which I think is the best compromise in terms of a phablet. That's the right size. I also like the fact you're getting good battery life and very good performance. And in a nice package, which comes in at $400. How can you go wrong? But I'm curious to know what you think about the Axon 7. Do you use it? Did you pick one up? Or are you thinking of getting one? Please let me know in the comment section below. I am curious to see if the Axon 7 is a worthy competitor to, say, the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge or the iPhone 7 Plus, which cost double that price. Let me know in the comment section below. I am curious to know. And speaking of smartphones, I have been putting through the paces for the past couple of days the Pixel XL from Google. That's the new phone, the new flagship, developed from the ground up by Google, and I've been pleasantly surprised by it. I had some reservations with its design, but I can tell you that the software is so excellent that whatever reservations I had about the hardware design quickly went away. But stay tuned. I will be coming up with my after the hype review, which I like to do when all the hype and all the hoopla dies down after a new device is released, and to get to the real meat of things, to find out if this is a buy or a don't buy. So stay tuned for my after the hype review of the Pixel XL by Google. That's coming very soon. Also coming very soon, I'm on a smartphone kick here, guys, is a review of the Xiaomi Redmi Pro Prime that comes from China, and it's a very affordable smartphone with premium looks, premium build quality, and hopefully premium specs. I just got it. I'm putting it through its paces. So far, I'm really liking it. I'll show you the unboxing and we'll do the review, and I want to know what you think about that. But the Xiaomi Redmi Pro Prime, or in the house, it's the higher end version of the product. I think it has 3 gigabytes of RAM and it has 64 gigabytes of onboard storage, but I'll double check that again. I just got it, putting it through its paces. Stay tuned for that coming very soon. So please hit the like button, please subscribe, please share this video. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know if there's a device out there you think I should review. I will do my best to make that happen. So until next time, this is Andrew from AMDtech. See ya.